Okay, class, this is all my information, and this is still Unit 10 on free time. This is for Wednesday, June the 10th, and this is our part 1. We're going to finish up our student book on page 126. We did part A of practice. Now we're going to do the right part at the bottom, part 2. It says complete the conversations, and we're going to use a pronoun for the indirect objects. So I really covered pretty heavily direct and indirect objects on the last video. So number 1 says, what did Joe buy Sylvia? Joe bought her flowers. So we're going to change Sylvia to her. We're going to use a pronoun, okay? So we're going to do that for the rest of these. I'm going to go ahead and play the QR reader, and then we can fill the rest out together.
Page 126. Exercise 2A. Track 32. 1.
What did Joe buy Sylvia?
Joe bought her flowers.
2. What did Joe buy Nick?
Joe bought him a card.
3. What did Joe write Pam?
Joe wrote her a letter.
4. What did Joe buy Mary and Judy?
Joe bought them a cake.
'Sorry, it stopped. I will rescan.
Page 126.
Joe bought them a cake.
5. What did Joe give Eva?
Joe gave her roses.
6. What did Joe send Paul?
Joe sent him an invitation.
7. What did Joe send David?
Joe sent him some money.
8. What did Joe give Sue?
Joe gave her a ride.
Okay, so that finishes up of those. Now let's go over them and go over the answers. So number 2, what did Joe buy Nick? Joe bought him a card. Okay, because we're substituting a pronoun, him, for Nick. Okay, number 3. What did Joe write Pam? Joe, wrote her a letter, right? Yeah. Okay, so Pam becomes her. Number 4, what did Joe buy Mary and Judy? Joe, bought them. So Mary and Judy, because there's two of them, becomes them a cake. Number 5. What did Joe give Eva? Joe gave her roses. So Eva becomes her. Number 6. What did Joe send Paul? Joe sent, him. Paul becomes him, an invitation. Number 7. What did Joe send David? Joe sent him. So David becomes him some money. Number 8. What did Joe give Sue? Joe gave her a ride. Okay, so there's your answers for that last part on page 126. You're welcome to stop the video and make any corrections that you need. Also, it says practice with a partner. So you would take turns asking and answering those questions. Now we're going to look at page 118 in your workbook. Whoops, 118. We're going to look at page 118 in your workbook. Okay, so this I want you to study the chart on page 130. We haven't really. That's not right. That's not right. Okay. Don't worry about that top where it says study the chart on page 130. That's not the right one. But we did look at, let me go back to the student book. And we did look at writing some of the questions differently, where we're, and this is going to ask us to flip the sentences around. So this is a little bit different. So where you see number 1, it says Tim gave a present to Mary. We're going to switch the place of the direct and the indirect object. So Tim gave Mary a present. So go ahead and do 2 through 6 and then come back and we will go over those together, okay? Okay, so you should have had a chance to do 2 through 6, and now let's go over them together. Jim bought some flowers for Sarah. So Jim, remember we're switching the direct and the indirect objects. Bought Sarah some flowers. Okay? Number 3, Elias wrote an email to his father. Elias wrote his father an email. Okay? See, we're just switching the places of the direct and indirect objects to make the sentences sound a little better and be a little more fluid. Okay. Number 4, Marta bought some soda for her son. Marta bought her son some soda. All right. Number 5, Felix gave some ice cream to his children. Felix, sorry, my nose is itching, gave his children some ice cream. right? And the last one. Luna sent a birthday card to her mother. Luna sent her mother a birthday card. All right. So those are your answers for part 1. All right. And once again, we just switched the direct and the indirect object. In part 2, what we want you to do is I want you to substitute the indirect object for him, her, him, or them. Okay? So go ahead and stop the video and do those, and then come back and we can check them together. Okay, number 1 says, what did Tim give Mary? Tim gave her a present. So we substitute Mary for her. So we're substituting a pronoun for that indirect object. So let's do number 2. Hopefully you've already done these and you're just checking them with me. What did Jim buy Sarah? Jim bought her some flowers. So we substituted Sarah for her. Number 3, what did Elias write his father? Elias wrote, what did he write his father? Him and email. So we substituted father for him. Number 4, what did Marta buy her son? So Marta bought her, not her son, we're going to say him, some soda. Number 5, what did Felix give his children? Felix gave them some ice cream. So we substituted his children for them. Last one, number 6. Looks like, is it Luna? What did Luna send her mother? Sent her. So we're gonna substitute mother for her, a birthday card. All right, so there's your answers to the second part on page 118. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the workbook, page 119. And I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this. And here it says, read the list of Mick and Mina's wedding presents and complete the conversation. So we see that they received a check, a barbecue grill, a salad bowl, some coffee cups, some linens, and some towels, right? So they received all of those from different people. She got the check from her mother. They got the barbecue from his brother. A friend or somebody, Maria, gave them the salad bowl. Penny gave them some coffee cups. Rod gave them linens, and Mina's sister gave them towels. And the third column says thank you notes. So it looks like they've written a thank you note to Mina's parents. They've written a thank you note to Maria. And it looks like they've written a thank you note to Mina's sister. So it still seems like they have about a few more, obviously, thank you notes to write. Okay, so Mick says, would you like some help? Mina, yes, please. Could you write a thank you note to your brother? He gave us a barbecue grill. How do we know? Because if we look up here at Mick's brother and follow it back to the gift, it says a barbecue grill. Right? So that's how you're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and finish those, and then we can check them together. Okay, so we're going to pick up with Mick, but he's saying, oh, that's right. Okay, what about Maria? What did she give us? Find Maria, and she gave a salad bowl. So she gave us a salad bowl. Right? But don't write her a thank you note because I already wrote one. Because if you follow it over, we see a check mark beside Maria's name. Could you write Rod a note? Mick, sure. Did he give us the linens? So Rod gave the linens. Yes. Did Penny give us the coffee cups? So number 4 is coffee cups. And the last one, number 5. Yeah, they're nice. And look, your parents gave us a check. Basically money. All right, Bailey. So, we're going to read this conversation like the couple was still having the conversation. I'm going to let Bailey be Mina, and I'll be Mick. And remember, it looks like they're getting married, and these are gifts for their wedding. Go ahead, Bailey. Oh, would you like some help?
Yes, please. Could you write a thank you note to your brother?
Slow down and lower. Okay. What did she give us?
He gave us a barbecue grill.
Oh, that's right. Okay. What about Maria? What did she give us?
She gave us a salad bowl, but didn't write her a thank you note.
But don't.
But don't write her a thank you note, because I already wrote one. Can you write Rod a note?
Sure. Did he give us the linens?
Yes. Did Penny give us the coffee cups?
Yeah, they're nice. And look, your parents gave us a check. Thank you, Bailey. Okay, so we're going to finish up with part 4. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use the pronoun them in every single one of those. So who gave Mick and Mina a check? Mina's parents gave them a check. Them is Mick and Mina. Okay? So number 2. Who gave Mick and Mina coffee cups? Penny, right? Gave them coffee cups. Number 3. What did Maria give Mick and Mina? Maria gave them a salad bowl. So remember, we're substituting them for Mick and Mina. We're just putting in a pronoun there and writing full sentences. What did Mina's sister give Mick and Mina? So Mina's sister gave them towels. Right? Whoop. Okay, so there's your answers for 2 through 4. Please stop and make any corrections that you need. This is going to end our part 1 for June the 10th. Don't forget that you are more than welcome to send me an email with questions about the class or content, or if you're in my class, you should be on my WhatsApp. And also, don't forget to be putting your name in the comment section below the video so that you can get credit for your attendance. And I'll see you back here for part 2.